didn't come to the office this morning looking to solve a murder. I came here to punch in, punch out, and snuff out rumors in between. But you never know what to expect when it comes to this corporation. There's murder baked into the drywall, drowned out by the drone of the copy machine. Most people, they just ignore it. But me, I can't. I get this twitching in my whiskers when something doesn't add up. And this morning, my whiskers were twitching mighty fierce. Maybe not fierce enough, or I'd have realized something was off sooner. But like I said, I didn't wake up planning to solve a murder.
Welcome to the Cyberrats Radio Hour, Episode 2, The Promotion.
Jacob, about time you got here. Where have you been?
Good morning, Flatpack. I was trying to find what was causing that terrible beeping on floor 2.
And that took you all morning?
I was reviewing the team's performance reports. I only have budget to promote one of you this cycle.
Promotion? Pick me.
Julia, you're winded. Where were you?
I was sweeping the roof. Clean offices. Happy office.
Please. She's just sucking up to get promoted. I do things too.
I must say, going above and beyond shows initiative. And I don't have much listed for you, Flatpack. Or anything, really.
I tore down all those union posters you asked me to remove.
I did not ask you to remove those.
Right. I know you can't ask. I can take a hint.
I audited the supply closet.
I unclogged the third floor toilet.
You clogged it.
I also found out who was clocking it.
I do useful things. I cleaned out the company downloads folder. I hung motivational posters in the hamster tubes.
That's not useful.
It's more useful than anything you or Shorehouse do.
Where is Shorehouse anyway? Not like him to be so late.
Yes, it is.
I'm afraid Shorehouse won't be in today. Inspector Ash Donovan, Internal Affairs.
Was he fired?
I think I'd have heard if he was fired.
He wasn't fired. He was murdered.
What do you mean, murdered?
It's a pretty unambiguous word. He was executed right here on company property earlier this morning. Excuse me one moment.
Well, at least he's no longer in the running for the promotion.
Do you really think he ever was?
Hey Jacob, if I solve this murder, does that get me promoted?
Well, that's not really in your job description.
Neither is sweeping the roof.
I add value.
Fine, fine. Stop arguing about it. Whoever can solve Shorehouse's murder will get promoted. Unless they did it. It's got to be against the employee agreement.
Surprisingly, it's not.
I'm going to have to set up interviews with each of you
I've worked here for months.
to establish means, motive, and opportunity.
Oh, if I had means, I wouldn't be working here.
For the murder of your colleague, Shorehouse.
Oh, right. I knew that.
Who's first?
We usually like to start with the most suspicious people. Can you think of anyone?
Tippy.
Please state your name for the record.
Name's Tippy.
Tippy, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Convicted? No.
And you work here?
Who's asking?
I already told you. My name is Inspector Ash Donovan. I'm with Internal Affairs.
You a cop?
No, I'm not a cop.
You look like a cop.
You want to know if I'm going to arrest you?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm not going to arrest you. My job is to find problems before they become public.
So, what do you do once you find the murderer?
Depends who it is.
Say it's me.
Is it you?
Say it is. For a moment.
Someone like you. See if we can find something in your employee files. Complaints, allegations, history of misconduct. Warnings, restraining orders, that kind of thing. But I'm sure we won't find anything like that in your files.
No, of course not. But, if you did?
If I did, we'd fire you. Backdate it. Make you look like a loose cannon.
And if it was someone else?
Mr. Tippy, my job isn't to run through every possible outcome. My job is to look at the facts and make them tell a story that we can sell on the nightly news. If an employee is murdering their colleagues, that's a bad look for us. It's a bad look for our investors. My job is to make sure that that's not the story the facts tell. Do you understand me?
I think I do.
Great. You work here?
I do?
Can you characterize your relationship with the deceased?
We were friends?
You seem uncertain.
How many people are you gonna ask?
About whether he and you were friends?
Yeah.
Until a moment ago, just you.
I didn't kill him. Shorehouse and me, we were kindred spirits. He didn't like to work. I don't like... I do all kinds of work. I'm a good employee. Say, do I get a lawyer?
I already said I'm not a cop.
Hey, Flatback. You had your interview yet?
Not yet. Think I'm next.
Word of warning. She does not like jokes.
What? Why would you tell jokes during a murder investigation?
It wasn't a joke, more of a hypothetical.
You said it was a joke.
I wasn't telling jokes. Just trying to, lighten up the mood. Get a glimpse behind the curtain.
And what did you learn?
I told you, she does not like jokes.
Noted. Hey, Tippy, can you do me a favor?
What do I get out of it?
It might help solve this murder. Isn't that enough?
Why do I care who did it?
If it wasn't you, it'll clear your name.
All right, you make a good point. What do you need?
Can you run down your criminal network and...
Whoa. Criminal network? What are you talking about?
Tippy,
My professional network. Got it.
can you check in with your professional network and find out if anyone put out a job for this guy?
What, like hiring him to wash windows?
Tippy!
I'm just razzing you. I'll take a look.
Thanks, Tippy. I gotta go do my interview.
Yeah, good luck in there.
Please state your name for the record.
They call me Flatpack.
Can you spell that?
Oh, not really, no. I always have Jacob sign it for me.
I'll try my best. Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Felony? No.
I see. Would you say that Shorehouse trusted you?
Trusted me? Of course. We started on the same day. We served together during the invasion. He trusted me as much as anyone.
So he never had his guard up around you?
He never had his guard up around anyone. He was a trusting guy. He'd tell his secrets to anyone who asked, and some people who didn't.
What kind of secrets are we talking about?
It's not my place to say.
You just said he'd share them with anyone.
Yes, I suppose I did. It just feels wrong sharing them about him. He was my friend.
You can trust me.
Can I?
He is already dead. What are you afraid of?
I suppose he would be too lazy to haunt me.
Shorehouse was lazy?
I wouldn't say lazy, exactly.
You just did.
He was allergic to work. That's how he liked to put it.
And that's his big secret?
No, I think everyone knew that.
Everyone except me, it seems.
What was that?
Don't worry about it. Let's move on to motive.
Hey, Julia, can I talk to you for a second?
Not now, Flatpack. I've got my interview with the detective.
Right. Later then?
Sure, Flatpack.
Flatpack, buddy. You got a minute?
Seen the only one around here who does.
I've got the answers to those questions you asked.
Hang on. Wait until Julia leaves.
You don't have to worry about me overhearing your secrets.
So I asked around my network. By the way, that cop lady kept describing me as the criminal element of this place. What exactly did you tell her?
Nothing that wasn't true.
All right, fair enough. Here's what I learned. No one put out a hit on the big guy. He doesn't owe anyone money, and there have been no calls for strangulation, intimidation, kneecapping, tailbending, or any other bodily harm.
You really break it into categories like that?
It makes it easier to gamble on.
Ugh, that's terrible.
You don't see me begging for script.
Care to loan a friend some money?
I can't afford to have that kind of friends, on account of all my gambling debt.
Right. Thanks for looking into this, Tippy. You have a good one.
Right back at you. And if you hear any rumors that seem profitable, you know how to reach me.
You're the emotional support counselor.
That's what it says on my resume.
I didn't realize we had one of those.
I try not to advertise it. Makes it easier to do my job.
I see. Can you help me? I'm having a hard time.
I bet you are, with a haircut like that.
Maybe coming here was a mistake.
Nah. Talk to me. Take a seat. What's on your mind?
Is this a private space?
I mean, of course it is.
I'm gonna go.
No, stay! I doubt anything you tell me is profitable. Consider it safe.
I feel lost. There's a Shore House-sized hole in my team. Yesterday he was here, and today he's not.
He was here yesterday?
Now that you mention it, I don't know when I last saw him. Dear, I'm a terrible manager. And on top of it all, I've got to stay composed for Julia and Flatpack, get interviewed by Inspector Donovan, and figure out who to promote. Not to mention figuring out how to delegate all of Shorehouse's work.
That's what's bothering you.
Mostly. I'm also worried. Shorehouse is dead. He was younger than me, healthy as a bus.
That's more like it. It sounds to me like you got a case of the morbs. Someone close to you dies, you start getting worked up that you might be next.
I could be.
I'll let you in on a secret. We've got a death pool going down in janitorial, taking bets on who's most likely to kick it next. One of the actuaries in accounting slips me some private data in exchange for a cut of my winnings. And you're nowhere near the top of the list. Still, less stress would do you good.
That sounds, highly illegal.
Hey, there's nothing illegal about some R&R.
I was talking about the gambling pool.
Now, remember what we said. This is a private space. Secrecy goes both ways, pal.
I can't believe I'm asking this, but what do you suggest?
Well, you need a vacation. Forget about your tasks, slack off for a day. Focus on what's important in life. Maybe that's kicking back at the smog gardens, running your toes through the gravel. Smelling the solvents on the warm breeze. Or maybe it's sitting with friends and family. Have a potluck with the coworkers you got left. Or that lady friend of yours down in HR.
I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
Even better. A bit of romance could take your mind off things.
That's not... Never mind. It doesn't matter. I can't take a day off. Julia and Flatpack are waiting to learn who I promote. My boss wants to know by the end of the day.
Here, flip a coin.
Flip a coin?
It doesn't matter who you promote. Not really. Go think on it. Take your date and write down one of their names. It's what Shorehouse would have wanted.
You've given me a lot to think about, Tippy.
I didn't fake this psychiatry license for nothing. Hey, listen. I say a lot of things that aren't true, but I mean this. It shouldn't take someone dying for you to realize that you need a life outside of work.
there just isn't enough time.
Nah, there never will be. Not as long as you keep waiting for someone else to give it to you. You take as long as you need, okay? I'll make sure no one bothers you in here.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Julia.
You have an impressive record, Julia. You started working here just before the invasion, and you've already been promoted twice?
3 times, actually.
My mistake. 3 times. Even more impressive.
Thank you.
You must take pride in your work.
I do, yes.
Do you think it would be easier to get promoted if you had less competition?
Excuse me?
It stands to reason that if you had fewer coworkers, you could get promoted even faster.
Honey, does it seem like I need help getting promoted?
You've got a taste for it. Every cycle since you've started, you've gone up in the ranks. But what happens when that changes? How far would you go to secure that promotion?
If you're in any way suggesting that Shorehouse would get promoted over me, I don't...
Would it make you mad if he did?
I wouldn't be mad at Shorehouse. I'd be mad at Jacob.
Let's change the subject. What time did you get in this morning?
Oh, I never left. I sleep under my desk. But if you're asking what time I started working, that would be just before sunrise.
So you had plenty of time to be alone with the victim.
I haven't seen Shorehouse all day.
That's not what I asked.
I don't understand why you're asking me these questions. I'm not a criminal. I saved the world once, you know.
Really? I heard it was Tippy who saved the world.
Where did you hear that?
From Tippy.
You can't trust anything he says.
Then wouldn't it be best for me to hear from someone I can trust?
I suppose.
Great. Let's talk about all the chances you had to find Shorehouse by himself.
I'm a model employee. Shorehouse and I were friends.
Then you have nothing to fear. I'm just trying to get the picture together in my head. You never know what facts are important till you have them all.
Fine, ask your questions. Ugh, that woman is so infuriating. Flatpack, do you have any leads?
Take it your interview didn't go well?
I don't want to talk about it. Leads. How many you got?
Not too many.
We could work together.
Huh, no chance. My only shot at this promotion is beating you to solving this thing. Speaking of, do you have a moment to talk outside?
So you can keep whatever leads you found while I was talking to the detective? Fat chance. I'm not leaving here until I've solved this thing myself.
I wasn't trying to... Fine. You want a race? It's on. Julia, I think your swarm is losing its swarminess?
By design, thank you. I'm sending out some scouts to investigate the vents.
The vents?
You never know what you hear up there. Or smell.
Don't you think your time would be better spent...
Oh, here we are.
Here, what we are?
Are you two getting along in here?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Good, good. I've got to step aside for my interview, and then I'll get right back to work, deciding which of you to promote.
I think I can save you the trouble.
You've solved the murder?
Just about. I found his body in one of the vents. It's not far from here.
We can go together and investigate it for clues.
Oh, now you want to work together.
No, it's not like you could carry him back all by yourself.
You couldn't either.
I'll leave you both to it. And, good luck.
What's your relationship to the deceased?
I was his manager.
You're his manager.
Yes, I was.
You mean it was you who found the body?
No, that was Julia just now.
Just now she found the body?
That's right.
I met Shorehouse's manager this morning. He filled out the death form.
You met someone else.
Big guy, very big, unbelievably big. Probably 12 foot tip to tail.
Yeah, that's Shorehouse.
No, that was his manager.
I'm afraid there's been some kind of a mix-up.
I'm afraid you're right. Come with me. We're going out there, and someone is going to explain to me exactly what is... going on around here?
Hi everyone.
Shorehouse! You're not dead!
That is correct. Hello?
How did this happen?
I'll tell you how it happened. Or, better yet, why don't you, Shorehouse?
Well, it all started this morning. Okay, Shorehouse, buddy old pal. How can we get out of work today?
Are you Jacob?
Why?
I'm with Internal Affairs. I've come to ask you about one of your employees. One of them, Shorehouse, has been truant lately.
Truant?
Showing up late, or sometimes not at all.
Oh, then yes. Yeah, I'm Jacob.
Can you fill out this form?
Do you mind if I take it over to my desk?
Long as you don't bother me with it.
Okay, let's see. Shorehouse. Mark as excused. Perfect. Oh, I can even mark today's date. And that means I can go find a nice, quiet place for a nap. Brilliant.
Only one problem, dummy.
I picked a vent where I could still be found.
Uh-huh. Can you read?
Yeah, mostly. Sorta.
You marked yourself as executed, not excused.
Meaning... Oh. Oh, yeah. I can see how that would cause problems.
Problems? We've been working all day trying to solve your murder. This whole time I should have been deciding which one of you to promote. And now there's 3 of you again.
Why not promote us all?
There's not enough budget for that. I explained this all earlier when...
Seems like y'all don't need me for this one. I'm not entirely sure, but I think you might have actually saved me some paperwork.
Now that this murder business is solved, we can get back to the actual issue at hand, deciding which of you deserves a promotion.
Clearly, it should be me. I'm the only one around here who spends my time doing useful things.
I do useful things. I test all the fire alarms.
You pulled them all so you wouldn't have to work.
I redecorated the conference room.
You tried to disguise them so we'd have fewer meetings.
Eliminating meetings is actually a plus.
I eliminate meetings. I held a 3-hour meeting last month explaining all the ways we could reduce meetings.
Julia, can I talk to you?
What?
Let's just step outside for a moment.
What do you want, Shorehouse?
I can tell you want this promotion.
And yet, here you are, trying to take it from me.
Look, I don't know if you know this, but I don't do a lot of work around here.
Literally the first thing you ever told me.
Well, Jacob has started to notice.
Not sure how he couldn't.
If I don't get promoted today, I might not have a job here next week.
Isn't that what you want?
No, not really. I mean, yes, but I need to live. And if I have to work, well, there's worse places to do it than here, and worse people to do it with than the 3 of you.
You really mean that?
I do. And, well, I sort of oppose most of what we do here. So paying me, that's like an act of protest almost. It's money the company isn't spending doing harm to others.
Doing harm?
You know, with all the bad things we do.
Do you know what this company does? Big picture?
No, not really. I've heard some people talking on the balcony and thought it sounded kind of noble.
Shorehouse.
But the part about me getting fired is true. You've been here 3 months and you've already been promoted twice.
3 times.
That's what I mean. You have job security. Can you help me, please?
How do I know you won't be in this exact spot next promotion cycle?
You mean I might actually have to work,
Yes, just like the rest of us.
but not quite as hard, right?
I like you, Shorehouse, I do. But I've been doing about 60% of your job already. The parts that need to be done so I can do my own job. I could go to Jacob right now and tell him that, and I'd have this promotion in the bag. But you'd get fired for sure. And I like working with you. but I need to be working with you, meaning you need to do work. I'm done covering for you. I'll roll over, I'll give you this promotion, but in return, you've got to earn it. You've got to start actually doing your job.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. No, seriously. I was the runt of the litter. My brothers would kick me and take my share of the food.
You're the runt?
I don't like to talk about it.
I'm not doing this for you. If you get fired, I have to do your job for real. All 100% of it. This way, I'm actually doing less work. But I need you to listen to me. I'll help you out this one time, but you have to get your act together, okay? I have aspirations, and they don't involve saving you time and time again.
I still can't believe that you'd give up your own goals to help me. I know how much these promotions mean to you.
Remember it.
I will. But, just how do we get Jacob to promote me?
You know that beeping all over the second floor?
Sure, Jacob complains about it every morning.
I found out what's causing it. There's a low battery in one of the executives' massage chairs. You can take the credit for it.
The executives have massage chairs?
Not the point of the story.
Julia, you've given me a new purpose. I will get promoted. And not just this time. Thanks to you.
Entirely thanks to me.
Entirely thanks to you. But the next time, too. I'm going to become an executive.
Hey, are you two done out here?
Yep.
Yeah, we're done.
Great. Julia, gonna talk to you?
Oh my god, seriously?
It'll only take a minute.
Say no more. I'll go inside and talk to Jacob.
Huh. What's got him in a good mood?
Not getting murdered will do that to you. What do you need?
I've come to ask you for a favor.
You and everyone else. What is it?
I want you to hand over the promotion.
I can't do that.
I know this promotion is important to you, but you've already been promoted 3 times since...
3.
What?
Sorry, force of habit.
You've already had 3 promotions since you've been here, and I haven't.
That's not how promotions work. If everyone got one, we wouldn't compete for them.
Yeah. Don't you think that would be better?
No!
Okay, never mind then. The point stands. Can you recuse yourself from this? Just this once?
Why do you want the promotion anyway?
Well, I can't say.
You don't have a reason?
I have a reason. I just can't say what it is.
You don't have a reason.
I have a reason. Isn't it enough to want to solve the murder of a friend?
What?
Oh, sorry. I wrote that line this morning, before we knew he was still alive and all.
I can't believe you.
I get nervous. I have to rehearse it or it all comes out wrong.
You can't even be honest with me about what you want. And you're asking me to put aside my own desires just because? At least Shorehouse
I need the money. I need the money. I'm broke. They raised the rent on the corporate housing this month, and I don't make enough to get by.
Can't you move somewhere cheaper?
I'm in the cheapest offering. Share my hovel with a no-good rat swarm named Julard. Not that there's anything wrong with rat swarms.
Even if I wanted to help you, I don't particularly after that comment. I can't. I already promised the promotion to Shorehouse.
Shorehouse? But he's the laziest one around.
And maybe once he gets this promotion, he'll actually do some work.
You don't honestly believe that?
I do. I have to.
And here I thought you were the smart one. Before I go, why do you want all these promotions? Isn't one good enough?
It's personal.
And my debt isn't?
I need to prove that I'm just as good as my sister.
And helping Shorehouse, that would hurt that goal?
It would. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up to her.
I see. Thank you. And, I'm sorry about what I said earlier. You're plenty smart. Shorehouse, do you have a minute? I'd like to talk to you someplace quiet.
Sure. How about the balcony?
The balcony?
On the seventh floor, has a nice view of the corporate forest.
I'm old enough to remember when it had more than one tree.
We started on the same day. I remember too.
Sure is a long way down.
I guess. What did you want to talk to me about?
Heard you got the promotion.
Yeah, Julia really came through for me. I think I'm going to actually do some work around here for once.
Good for you.
Wait, what's the matter?
I don't think we're going to be coworkers here much longer.
What do you mean?
I needed that promotion. I don't make enough to live on here. My hovel is full, and I've got people to support.
So you wanted a promotion?
Right?
Wait, you're telling me this promotion comes with a pay raise?
Are you... Do you really not know how any of this works?
I try not to. But Flatpack, I don't need the money. This pay raise, it'd be enough to keep you here?
Barely, but it would.
Well, take it.
You're giving me the promotion?
No, I need the promotion. I need to reset the clock until it becomes an emergency again. That or bust my tail and become an executive. Then I'd never have to work again.
What are you saying exactly?
If it's just about the money, you can have that.
Are you serious?
Why not? I need the title, you need the money, and Julia needs, well, I guess she needs me to actually do my job. Everybody wins.
I'm not sure Julia does.
Good point. I'll have to think of some way to make it up to her.
You just... There's a really obvious way.
Oh, do my job?
No, give her some flowers. Yes, do your dang job!
You might be right. Sometimes, when everyone tells you the same thing, it might just be the right answer. Thanks, Flatpack. You're a good friend.
Thank you, Shorehouse. I won't forget this.
Now let's go in and join the party.
What party?
We're celebrating the fact that no one got murdered.
Seems like an odd reason to party.
No odder than any other. Plus, it's an hour without work.
Ah! I can tell you've turned over a new leaf.
You find me tomorrow. I'll have my wet nose straight to the grindstone.
Shorehouse, you're still here?
Oh yeah, just thinking.
Wanna be alone?
No, join me.
Mind if I drink?
As long as you're sharing. What have you got?
Just drank. It's wet.
That's what it says on the can. Be nice if it was true.
Some view, huh?
How can you see over the city lights?
You can't really. But I remember when you could. What it used to be like. Runoff Park sure has changed.
Yeah.
The water didn't always shine like that. Like a polished quarter.
Quarter? Like a bedroom?
You've never lived outside the corporation?
No.
A quarter is, it was like scrip, but everyone would take it, not just the company store. It would shine like the lobby floor after the janitor passes by on the big waxing machine.
Ah, the Zamboni.
Sure. I liked it better before it shined. The water, I mean. You could see through it. Glimpse the wonders that lay beneath. Some of the frogs still had the normal number of limbs. Now, you can only see yourself. Your coworkers like you know.
They said that?
Every one of them. I didn't even have to ask.
Even Tiffy.
Well, no.
Probably for the best. You can't trust anything he says.
I'm learning that.
You okay?
I don't see things as they are anymore. I see them how they used to be. How they could be. My fur is worn and thin. My tail frayed. But I remember when... I'm old, Shorehouse. That's all there is to it. Anything else I say is just dressing it up.
Sounds like you need a break.
Maybe.
Forgive me for not asking earlier. Who are you exactly?
Who am I? I'm the pencil pusher standing between this company and total collapse. I'm the dogged investigator who digs deep into the bowels of the truth and laps up the water dripping from the altar of plausibility. Who am I? I'm the one who spins stories to placate the executives and the masses. Without me, this place crumbles into a shallow pit of scandal and ruin. I twist the truth into a palatable pill and force-feed it to those too sick to know better. Doctor, reporter, storyteller, and stalwart defender of the stock. That's who I am.
Oh, I just meant, what's your name?
Inspector Ash Donovan, at your service.
Well, Inspector, I have a feeling it's going to be very nice to know you.